All right, WrestleMania 41 is about under a month away. And I got to tell you, if I didn't know any better, I'd swear this was a build to a backlash or a B level pay per view. Not a build to the granddaddy of them all, especially not the build to the very first WrestleMania on fucking Netflix, which is a major deal. Right now, with very little time until WrestleMania in Las Vegas happens, we know of three matches. The build to two of them have sucked. And the build to the third, it's been good. I mean, there was one major twist to it. But beyond that, even there's been some lacking elements to that. And let's just cut straight to the chase, okay? The two main events, and trust me, it's going to be these two. Night one, I'm fairly sure, is going to be the three-way dance between Punk, Reigns, and Rollins. Okay? What is the build that has been? Well, I mean, you have Paul Heyman come out on, I believe it was SmackDown, and more or less show for the fucking video game. Then on, he does something else on, I believe it was Raw. Like, they're going to be here. They're going to be here next week, or they're going to be here on SmackDown. Then they finally are all in the same building, and I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't. I mean, all of them are capable of much better than that. So the writing in this has been shit. Like, okay, there is such a story to be told here. And this bullshit that Dave Meltzer said, okay, it's clear he's on the AEW payroll or he's a fucking buffoon that's losing his mind. Because if you don't know that there's a back history between Roman Reigns and fucking Seth Rollins, what have you been doing for the last goddamn decade? There's a story that tells itself. Okay. We should be telling this, right? We should be telling the story that's been going on between Rollins and Punk. I mean, we don't even have to go back 10 years, Dave, right? There have been issues between Punk and Rollins since Punk came the fuck back, right? So there's that story. So we know there's issues between Rollins and Reigns since the Shield split up. We know there's a history with Rollins and Reigns with the Shield. We know that Punk and Rollins have issues, right? You want to go deep down the rabbit hole? Let's kick open the issue with Punk and his former best friend. And that podcast where, Punk let it be known that he was originally supposed to be the one that brought the Shield into the WWE to be his, I guess, guns for hire. I know we're not allowed to mention one member of that group, but you can make mention that he was originally the one that was supposed to bring Rollins and Reigns into the WWE onto the main roster to begin with, right? And we also know that part of his fucking issues were make Roman look strong. It's not a hard story to tell. I know Meltzer sticking his head up his own fucking ass and acting like this stuff never existed, but it's there. Why are we not telling this story? And oh, by the way, you don't want to go down that avenue. War Games, The Favor, Paul Heyman guy. It's a pretty easy one to tell. Instead, I don't know what in the hell we're doing with this bullshit currently. It's D-level storytelling when it's an A-plus story that's waiting on the table to be told. Then you got the title match, world title between Gunther and Jey Uso. Gunther's a monster, man. Gunther has been an indestructible machine since getting called up. You guys remember when everybody lost their shit when they changed his name from Walter to Gunther, and they're gonna bury him, and in 6 months he's gonna be fired. Same assholes that said Cody's gonna be Stardust, and he's gonna be curtain jerking and losing to fucking every ham and egger that's done to mankind. You guys remember that? Yeah, Pepperidge Farm remembers. Yeah, I don't think anybody's bitching and moaning about Gunther's name now, right? Any which way, though, Gunther has been a destruction machine, right? I think his only fucking losses on the main roster were to Cody Rhodes and last year to Sami Zayn at Mania to lose the IC title to move on to the world title. Like, wins King of the Ring, wrecks Damian Priest, has held the belts in SummerSlam. Now he's facing Jey Uso, which, to their credit, they pulled the ultimate shock factor at the Royal Rumble. Everybody suspected Cena, Punk. There were even some outside the boxers like like McIntyre, Rollins. Nobody in their right mind suspected Jey Uso, and they pulled a shocker, which is great. You want to elevate somebody up to the main event. You want to take Jey Uso and take this nickname and actually make it a reality. I'm all in favor of it, man. You need to bring as many new names up to the spotlight as you possibly can, and Uso has earned them fucking stripes, man. He's earned them stripes. By the way, let's not forget who the first person who actually pinned Roman Reigns was in God knows how long. It was Jey Uso in that tag match at, I believe, SummerSlam last year, I believe. Not, go through one King of the Ring, but, follow me. So, I'm cool with them bumping him up. But he wins the Royal Rumble. You have to have some kind of build to this because now you've actually moved him up into a world title picture in a main event against this indestructible monster who, by the way, just beat his ass at Saturday night's main event. And the story, I can't beat this guy, now I'm going to. Okay, it's got to be more than that. Has to have more than that. But beyond that, they've done shit. Is anybody actually excited for this fucking match? Has anybody been given any logic to believe that he's going to, has a fighting chance? Is anybody given logical reason to think they should care? Now, I know that they brought Jimmy. I guess they're bringing Jimmy over to Raw now, right? After Monday night, which the mystery partner was, tag team partner was Jimmy. Some said Joe Hendry. It's Jimmy. Okay. Maybe Gunther bludgeons the fuck out of Jimmy Uso and puts him on the shelf for Mania, which would give this story a new meaning. If that's what they're doing, great. More power, okay? There's still time. If that's the plan, when Jimmy slapped the shit out of Gunther, maybe that's what they're leading up to. Which in that case, fine, cool. Then we've got a story. Then we've got a reason to give a fuck. But right now, who cares? Who gives a fuck, right? This one I'm going to wait and see, but so far the build to this has been an F, right? Whereas Punk, Reigns, Rollins, it's been a D. With so much opportunity there's been so much more, man. There's been so much meat that's been left on that bone. And I'll readily say, there's time. Maybe they'll get to this in both cases. Then we get to Cena, Rhodes. Full disclosure. The best thing they did, one of the best things they've done in a long fucking time was turn John Cena heel. Straight up, one of the most shocking moments I've seen since Hogan went heel. One of the best heel turns of all time, right? I think it was better than Goldberg's shitty heel turn, okay? I would probably say right now it's on par with Steve Austin and McMahon aligning after WrestleMania. Where do they go from here? Cena has to win the fucking belt. He has to win the belt, right? Imagine him winning 17 as a fucking heel, right? And so far, his first promo, was it forced? Sure, but it hit the fucking mark. It hit the fucking mark, right? Just like the turn. The turn had to happen at the right fucking time, and that right time was when nobody saw it coming. And guess what? No one saw this shit coming. No one. Okay? All these years that everybody pined for Cena to go heel. If he'd turned heel, see. Now he's fucking heel. Now, at the moment where everybody was ready to embrace him. We were having the Cinderella moment with him, right? When he announced his retirement. And this is his grand finale. This is his final tour, right? He's going on his last hurrah. This is it. Cinderella moment. And I'm not talking a fucking shitty Disney fucking movie, okay? I'm not talking a shitty fucking the old story, right? Talking to Music Man, Cinderella, don't know what you got till it's fucking gone. That's what people are thinking. So everybody's embracing the old warhorse, the end of an era. Everybody's cheering the guy. It's on. We're not going to see him again. Who the fuck's expecting him to turn heel now at the end of his career? People are thinking, what the fuck's the point? Oh, this is great. Because we're thinking, heel Cody, heel Cena. Are you trying to turn Cody heel? Because it's going to backfire. Well, now we've got a reason to fucking boo Cena. And the press conference gets the mic, doesn't say a fucking word, boom, mic drop. No music, no fucking change of fucking clothes. Cena, gets out there, fuck you. Y'all can kiss my ass. I gave you my heart and soul. I gave you everything. You shit all over me. Brilliant. Brilliant. Now, from here, I wouldn't say another fucking word. I wouldn't say another fucking word. I would have him say nothing. Only question I have about this, where's The Rock? That's my only fucking question I have about this. This is the only thing they've dropped the ball on this. I would call this an A-. Where's The Rock? Because he was a significant part of this, right? He's now The Rock, and you have the two Hollywood guys, which there's some severe irony in that, Hollywood, Hogan, the two guys from Hollywood. Where is The Rock? Because he was a major part of this angle, and he's been persona non grata since Elimination Chamber. So we got to get him involved. So you got, I'll be a little generous. I'll say a C- for the three-way. I'm giving an F to this fucking Uso Gunther, F with room to grow, and I'm gonna give an A- to this Cody Cena. But beyond that, what the fuck are we doing elsewise, right? We're hinting around this stuff. It's time to start announcing some shit, man. It's time to start putting some shit concrete. Right? I mean, it looks like we're gonna have a three-way with L.A. Knight and Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu, which, no fucking shit. Jacob Fatu is should be well above this at this point. So should LA Knight. Let's be honest with ourselves. Let's be real. They're going to be doing a three-way for a fucking mid-card belt, right? You got Braun Breaker and Pentagon talking about pissing an opportunity down the fucking drain. They're going to be doing a four-way. Pentagon's first WrestleMania is going to be this. Braun Breaker, is another one. He's been a wrecking machine, right? I know you're not going to throw you're not going to throw shit at a wall, and you're not going to throw your aces out the window right now. I get it. I know you got to, to me, money is a fucking Pentagon Braun Breaker match. Money is a Jacob Fatu Braun Breaker match. It's you got time for that. But there's matches to be had with Breaker that aren't, some clusterfuck four-way dance. There's money to be had. Here's an idea. Have Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu one last time and have fucking Jacob destroy him, right? Have Braun go out there and put him in there with somebody, or somebody got to put him in there with that he can run through. Instead of this clusterfuck of a four-way dance, and somebody's going to fucking lose. All right? I mean, it's this booking is weird. You got looked like they were doing something with Bayley and Roxanne Perez. It has now gone down the drain. Oh, we got Tiffany Stratton. Excuse me. We got Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair. I forgot all about that. Which, poor Tiffany, she's getting massacred on the microphone. I know this is a passing of the torch moment. It better be. It better be a fucking passing of the torch, because if Charlotte Flair wins a goddamn title again, I don't understand what they're doing. We thought we were getting Bayley and Roxanne Perez. That just sort of died on the vine. We got the women's Intercontinental title that is completely fucking already. It's already become fucking as valuable as the women's tag team titles. Okay, Lyra Valkyria is really talented, but this has been booked like a clusterfuck. They have Ivy Nile eliminate her from the Royal Rumble. She puts her hand, she motions she's going after the belt, and they've turned Ivy into a fucking punching bag. They have Dakota 1 minute, then they have Raquel Rodriguez. What are they fucking doing? This is a belt for the sake of having a belt. At least with the women's U.S. title, Chelsea Green has made it. She's made the most of it. She's comedic value. She's a fucking gem. But even that, is that getting defended at Mania? What are we fucking doing? Seriously, AJ Styles and Logan Paul. Okay, it looks like they're going that great. Okay, wonderful. Here's an idea. Okay? Well, Braun Breaker practically fucking murdered I Smell Shit or I Spell Speed or whatever the fuck his name is. Have Braun run through fucking Logan Paul at Mania. I don't know. Anyway, that'll wrap it up. I'm going to bed. That's my thoughts on Mania. Build should be better than this, man. Thanks for tuning in. Talk soon.